Good evening, everyone. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for being here early. We'll call the meeting to order, and if someone would volunteer to say the prayer and the pledge, we'll take it. All right, everybody stand. We'll do the prayer and the pledge.
Let's pray together. Father, thank you so much for this day that you've given us, and thank you for the opportunity of allowing us to come together this afternoon. Lord, I pray that you would guide us in our meeting, guide us in our decision making. Lord, be with each and every family that's represented here today and across our entire system. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Sandra, if you will call the roll, please.
Kim DeShazo.
Here.
Sherry Tolbert.
Present.
Kathy Brown.
Here.
Steve Ward.
Here.
Jason Daniel.
Here.
All right. Thank you all for being here tonight. We got several visitors here tonight, I'm sure for recognition, so we're glad to have y'all here. Miss Lisa Bright is our city council liaison, but unfortunately I think she is sick tonight, so she is staying home and hope she gets better soon. I'll turn it over to you, Dr. Martin, for some, I guess I need to adopt our agenda first, sorry. Everybody, y'all had a chance to look at the agenda. I will entertain a motion to adopt our agenda for the evening.
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion? All right, all in favor of adopting tonight's agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carried. I'll turn it over to you for some recognitions.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see from your agenda, we have 4 different sets of individuals that we would like to recognize this evening. The first is our Board of Education. This month is Board of Education Appreciation Month, and we have an outstanding board here that I would like to take some time and recognize. The Alabama Association of School Boards, their theme this year is Building Tomorrow's Future, and as our Board of Education sets the vision for what Trussville City Schools does, we are so appreciative for the time and energy that you put in. I know that once a month our Board of Education is here and they conduct the business of the board, but just the countless hours outside of that work, trying to get to all of the different activities and events. You'll see them at ball games. You saw them last Friday as we had an opportunity to celebrate Miss Dimmler at a PEP assembly, as well as some of our teachers. And so I know this is your least favorite, but it is very important that we as a school system celebrate you for all that you do for our system. So with that said, I am going to ask you to come down and then we'll take a picture, and I promise you will not have to duck in this picture like you do in other months. So with that said, we have our Board of Education President, Ms. Kim DeShazo. Our Board of Education Vice President, Ms. Sherry Tolbert. Board of Education member, Kathy Brown. Board of Education member, Dr. Steve Ward. And Board of Education member, Mr. Jason Daniel. So we've provided for you a certificate of appreciation as well as just a small token from the school system to thank you for all of your time and service. So, all right, do we want to, our Board of Education for Trussville City Schools. Okay.
Thank you all.
And I am going to mention at this time also, and he joins us almost every month, but Mr. Whit Colvin, Board Counsel for Trussville City, we appreciate you as well, so thank you, Whit. I'm trying to remember what month that is.
I remember a month for this.
Yeah, that has not been set yet, yes, so,
I'll pass him a picture.
yeah.
And there's no plaque either.
Yeah.
Not that I'm keeping score.
Next year, we will have a certificate of appreciation for you. Please don't. All right.
You're gonna get out.
You should not have said that with Sandra listening there. Our next recognition is our Presidential Award for Excellence in Math and Science. Ms. Demler, would you please join me up here? I thought it was a terrific idea. Mr. King, you know, we do PEP assemblies for so many different events. And last Friday, Mr. King had a PEP assembly. It was an academic PEP assembly. And as part of that, we had the opportunity to recognize Miss Melanie Demler for this. I know you are as well, very hopeful that you get the chance to go to Washington, D.C., and celebrate with your other colleagues from across the country. So we're working hard. We've put phone calls in to our Congress people to see if we can make this happen. I do want to read something, and then I would ask that you say just a quick word about this award. Let's see here. Is Anita Dobbs? Did I see? Where is she? I'm going to make you come forward as well, Miss Dobbs. Yes. Because I think it's important to note that it has been since 2000 that Hewitt-Trussville High School has had a recipient of this award. And I don't know how a 7-year-old, Anita Dobbs, receives that award. Very talented, even in your youth, correct? But with that said, I'm going to read here what Melanie, and I think this sums up perfectly her as an AP physics teacher. The Presidential Award means the world to me and confirms that I'm living my true calling and vocation. I did not start my career in education, but I knew deep down that being a STEM teacher would be the perfect career for me, and it is. I love teaching physics because of the multitude of opportunities to engage students through hands-on lab activities. Being recognized for all of the time, passion, and energy I put into this truly valuable work is just icing on an already delicious cake.
Aw, very
I'll
sweet.
turn the microphone over to you.
Thanks again. I really am humbled by all of the accolades in my 5 minutes of fame, but like you all reacted, this is not why we do this, so it's a little, I don't know, my kids would say cringy, I don't know. But I truly think I'm up here because I do love what I do. And there's so many teachers at Hewitt who love what they do, and it shows. I get so many calls and emails from former students who are like, I'm prepared because I went to Hewitt. And I think everybody here needs to know that. They are prepared because we work hard, we love them, we respect them, we give them the best that we have, and that's why we are recognized. And I think I know Lauren would say the same thing. We don't need all this praise, we just need your continued support. So thank you for all the support. If you give to us, we give to them. We love them, we want to see them succeed, and they just need somebody to believe in them. So they just need somebody to love them, respect them, and believe that they can do it. And they can, because they move on to the next level, and they're at the top of their game at the next level. So thank you again. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope I do get to go to Washington. So if you have anything you want me to bring, if I get to go, like questions or anything, comments, I'll be happy to be the liaison there. So thank you, Dr. Martin.
Yes, thank you. Mr. King. Hold on. I'm going to ask you both if we can do a quick picture. Ms. Dobbs, if you'll step in there as well. Mr. King, thank you. And I do want to mention, they were there at the PEP Assembly. David and Anita, appreciate you being here to support this award as well. That just shows that there's a legacy component to this also, and our science department continues to benefit from that. So thank you for being here, Mrs. Dobbs. Appreciate you. Could we give Mrs. Dobbs a hand as well? I'm fast forwarding to next cross-country season when she comes up to me and says, if you ever do that again to me. Our next recognition, we have our 2 Teachers of the Year. So Madison Blank and Lauren Dybert, if you would please come forward. We had a chance to recognize them at our earlier Board of Education meeting and watch a video that Chad Summers put together, and then I also had an opportunity to highlight both of you at our State of the Schools here a couple of weeks ago. Today I signed off, and I was pretty excited to do this, on their packets as they go down now to compete with other Teachers of the Year for systems across the state. And as I was thumbing through those, I can see why you both were selected as our Teacher of the Year for the elementary as well as for the secondary. Everything that we just shared about Melanie, I love that Melanie had you as well, Lauren, in her remarks. You do a fantastic job. Your passion for kids, you can feel that, not just in the classroom, but as I see you in the hallways, see you at ball games. I loved it. You didn't even see me. I was sitting right there. You were so focused on cheering for the students and yelling for them that you completely missed the superintendent as you moved to your seat. So, which is exactly how it should be, right? So can we give our Teachers of the Year a round of applause? And we wish you the best of luck as you now compete for the award for the state. So, ladies, thank you so much for being here. If we have family members here, hold on just a sec, family members, and then I'll also ask, where's Dr. Losbike? If you would come up, and Mr. King, if you'd come up as well. I'm going to ask at this time if Dale Posey, if you would come forward, please, Mr. Posey. We have 2 very special recognitions. Marshall Walk and Larry Graham, if you would come forward as well, please. We have here our elementary bus driver of the year, Marshall Walk, and secondary bus driver of the year, Larry Graham. I know one of you, because we moved the board meeting up, actually brought your bus here to the Board of Education. Is that correct? Which one was that?
Did you have to drive your bus? You made it back in time?
Yes, I drove my bus here.
Yeah, right.
That's right. I'll turn things over to you, Mr. Posey.
I won't do that. This award it's kind of neat how it's kind of evolved and come into being, but it's voted on by their kids on their buses and their parents that ride their bus. We put a Google form out, and if they choose to nominate, and then a little group gets together and reads the nominations without any names attached to it, and then just kind of writes down not options but their choices. And usually it's pretty unanimous when you go down and look at it. So, bless you. Thank you. So it's a pretty neat thing. And just to also say, we've got some really neat folks that drive buses. I know Mr. Walk, I think he was a Trussville police officer and maybe officer of a year in 1997. He was a... He was a Birmingham police officer, and he retired as a railroad investigator, right? Mr. Graham is the music minister at the Healing Place Church. He traveled around
For years.
the world in a gospel quartet. A gospel quartet. Would you look at him? Would you think that? But before that, to add to that, he did logging. He was a logger. I mean, it's just, people's stories are really fascinating, but we've got some really great people, and Marshall and Larry are awesome guys. If you're ever at Payne and you see a guy walking up the sidewalk with a couple girls holding on to his index finger heading to the bus, that'd be Marshall, because they all want to walk. Now, Larry, on the other hand, he's at high school, so none of the little kids are. And if they are, let me know. Anyway, congratulations, guys.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Anybody that rides any of the buses? Yes.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Mr. Dale.
Okay.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you. Next on our agenda is the financial report, so I'll turn it over to Mr. Kirkland.
Thank you very much. I just got to ask Mr. Posey a couple of questions, though. What time does the first route start? Yes. 6:34. How cold has it been last week? So, I mean, these ladies and gentlemen that drive our buses, they get out very, very early in the morning, and, you know, they do it for our kids, and they do a phenomenal job, and, you know, just kudos to Mr. Posey and the team. They do a great job. Dr. Martin, Board, we are pleased to present the monthly financial report for the month of December. It is in your packet. All bank accounts have been reconciled to the general ledger, and the financial extract has been uploaded to the State Department with necessary edits corrected. Total expenditures and transfers out for the general fund as of the end of the month was 24.06% of our budget, compared to 25.07% this time last year. Revenues are at 21.74% of our budget versus 18.59% this time last year. Upon approval of the monthly report, we will make it available to the public on our website tomorrow. Any questions?
Okay, all right. Anybody got questions for Mr. Kirkland? All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. All right, next is our consent agenda. There are several items there, Dr. Martin, if there's anything you want to pull out. Well, I guess, first of all, if y'all have looked at it, I'll take a motion to approve it.
Make a full motion.
A second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Now, Dr. Martin.
Yes, no, that's all right. Looking here through the consent agenda, you can see item number 5. This is follow-up to our recognition. Resolution 01-27-25-01, Hewitt Trussville High School President Excellence in Science and Mathematics awarded to Melanie Demler. So that's a formal resolution the Board of Education would like to pass.
Sure. And while we're at it, I'd like to just read it.
Okay.
We've got a resolution here. It says, whereas Melanie Demler teaches Advanced Placement Physics 1 and 2 to 10th through 12th grade students at Hewitt Trussville High School, where she also serves as the Science Department Chair. Whereas Ms. Demler's road to becoming an educator was not a direct path. She earned a BS in mechanical engineering from LSU before working as a mechanical engineer in the energy industry for several years. Despite her career in industry, she always had ambitions to become a classroom teacher. After moving to Alabama with her family, she obtained her secondary science teaching certificate and began teaching physics at HTHS in 2011. She later earned a Master of Natural Sciences with a physics concentration from LSU through the Louisiana Math and Science Teacher Institute. Melanie also attended a physics modeling mechanics workshop at Arizona State University through MSTI, which transformed the way she taught in the classroom. Whereas Ms. Demler is passionate about the physics modeling instructional approach, as she has seen student engagement skyrocket since employing this teaching methodology. She starts each new physics unit with an opportunity for students to discover scientific and mathematical models for themselves through guided inquiry. Whereas Ms. Demler also focuses on building positive student-teacher relationships and takes time to counsel her students toward college and career readiness. She is the sponsor of the SWE Next Girls in Engineering Club, co-sponsor of Science Olympiad, and advisor for the school's chief science officers. This year, Ms. Demler was voted by her school's student body as the teacher most likely to make a scientific discovery. For now, she's focused on laying a foundation for her students to become the next great innovators in science and technology. Whereas the Presidential Awards for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching is the highest recognition that a teacher may receive for outstanding teaching in the United States. Whereas January 13, 2025, Ms. Demler was named a Presidential Awards for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching by the President of the United States and the National Science Foundation. Now be it resolved, the Trussville City Board of Education recognizes this high honor awarded to Ms. Demler and congratulates her for living her true calling and vocation as a physics teacher for the students at Hewitt-Trussville High School.
And as Ms. Demler shared, she is loving all of this attention. Mr. King has just texted me and said we will have another pep assembly tomorrow.
Y'all didn't tell me, because you know
That's right, that's right. Another item I'd ask the board to take a look at here under consent agenda. Item number 6, approve the memorandum of understanding with Huskies Together. Huskies Together is an endeavor that Leadership Trussville, one of the teams from Leadership Trussville, this was their project. And what this is providing for us is counseling services as well as a forum to conduct some of our state-required trainings for students. And I know, Mr. Kirkland, I believe this was a group that you were part of for Leadership Trussville and a project able to solicit. Dr. Poovey, what was the amount we were able to get in a grant through this Huskies? 19,000 through this Huskies Together. So I wanted to make sure that we're seeing some of the works of Leadership Trussville come to fruition through projects such as these. I have item number 9, approve YMCA school partnership agreement, both for the next 3 school years as well as for summer sessions. And I do have that. I wanted to make sure that individuals knew that the Board of Education, the schools receive compensation from the YMCA for those services. Wanted to make sure that I mention through the work with Mr. Meads there at HTMS, working with Reliable Sign Services for a new sign. All of those funds will come from either the PTO or the TCS Foundation. So appreciate your work on that, Mr. Meads. Approve participating in the group master agreement for Hewitt-Trussville High School for Winter Guard International. This is something that AJ Adair with our drumline as well as band program worked on last year, and also will be hosting that again this year, so we're excited to do that. Members of the board will see various change orders, facility use requests, as well as field trip requests that make up the remainder of consent agenda.
1 million field trips. Goodness gracious.
We're catching them all, that's right. Like 4 pages of field trips, so great opportunities for our students.
Absolutely. All right. I guess any further discussion on the consent agenda? All right, all in favor of adopting the consent agenda and items as listed? Please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carried. Personnel, Dr. Martin.
All right, our personnel report, as members of the board see, we have matters that pertain to resignation, leave of absence. We have 2 transfer recommendations, 2 recommendations for employment, 2 recommendations for volunteer coaching opportunities, 1 long-term substitute recommendation, and then I would ask that we pull one of the extra services agreements so that a board member has the opportunity to abstain, as well as an SNA certification. So that makes up the personnel report for this month.
Okay. All right, everybody, you've had an opportunity to review it. So we're going to pull out item 7. Is that
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
so
It's listed next. So
that's
It's already been pulled.
Okay, great. Okay, personnel items. So everybody had a chance to review them. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the personnel items.
I'll make a motion.
A second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carried. Now we'll pull out item 7. All right?
Well, my apologies. So we had 2 extra services agreements recommended for this month. We just moved on one of them and pulled the other. This is a family member, and so that board member requested the opportunity to abstain. Members of the board have that extra services agreement in their packet, the final page of the board packet.
Okay.
So,
All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve this extra services agreement. Please.
So moved.
Okay, second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carried.
all right.
Let's see. Where are we?
Administrative reports.
Okay, next is administrative reports.
All right, so our administrative reports this evening, we have HTHS Career and Technical Education Department with Joy Young. Prior to Ms. Young coming up and answering questions, we do have a video that she has put together with Chad Summers. So, Ms. Chamberlain, if you wouldn't mind playing that at this time.
Hewitt Trussville High School is proud to offer 10 Career Academy programs designed to help students explore career paths, build skills, and transition smoothly to life after high school. These programs are taught by skilled career and technical education teachers with real-world experience in their fields. Our programs cover a wide range of career sectors, including manufacturing, media, computer science, business, healthcare, engineering, hospitality, culinary arts, and construction. This year, HTHS launched the new Modern Manufacturing Center for Excellence Academy in response to Alabama's growing demand for a skilled workforce in advanced manufacturing. The program prepares students for entry-level careers with area employers like Mercedes-Benz, Honda, and local manufacturers such as Spock Automation and Amerex. Students learn essential employability skills, safety practices, technical expertise, and the manufacturing principles needed to succeed in today's modern production environment. This year, HTHS also launched the Broadcast Production Academy, offering students the opportunity to explore careers in media, film, and broadcasting. The program teaches both creative and technical skills in areas such as media production, film editing, audio, and on-air broadcasting. Students are already producing high-quality media products that are shared with the school and the community. The HTHS Computer Science Academy helps students become creators of technology in a world where computer science plays a major role in our daily lives. The Academy offers 3 courses, including 2 AP-level courses that challenge students with real-world problems. As students collaborate to design solutions, they develop computational thinking skills, going beyond just writing code. This program provides a strong foundation for students interested in pursuing careers in the high-demand field of software development. The HTHS Business Leadership Academy provides students with a comprehensive foundation for success in their future business careers through its 2 program pathways, business information technology, and marketing. The Academy offers a diverse range of courses, including marketing, entrepreneurship, business software applications, HT leadership, digital media design, digital publications design, and computer science. Additionally, students earn certifications in Microsoft Office and Adobe, which are widely recognized in the business world and will enhance their technical proficiency, making them more competitive in the job market. By combining practical experience with industry standard certifications, the Academy prepares students for a variety of career paths in today's diverse business environment. The Biomedical Sciences Academy is perfect for students interested in healthcare or biomedical research careers. Through the Project Lead the Way curriculum, students engage in real-world medical scenarios, such as solving a mysterious death, diagnosing infections, and designing biomedical innovations. They simulate the roles of healthcare professionals by learning to take vitals, perform blood draws, and research symptoms for diagnosis. Whether aspiring to be a doctor, nurse, physician's assistant, physical therapist, or biomedical engineer, the Academy provides foundational skills and confidence needed to pursue a career in the medical field. The Sports Medicine Academy offers students an opportunity to explore careers in the growing field of sports medicine. Students learn essential skills in injury prevention, first aid, and emergency response, along with knowledge of anatomy, physiology, nutrition, sports psychology, and biomechanics. Advanced students get the opportunity to gain valuable hands-on experience in athletic training and rehabilitation through working with HTHS student athletes. Academy completers have the advantage of excellent preparation for post-secondary studies in athletic training, physical therapy, sports medicine, and more, along with opportunities to earn college scholarships. The Engineering Academy at HTHS is ideal for students interested in pursuing careers in engineering or related technical fields. The Academy offers a range of courses, including Intro to Engineering Design, Principles of Engineering, Aerospace Engineering, Civil Engineering and Architecture, Computer Integrated Manufacturing, and Engineering Design and Development. Through these courses, students gain hands-on experience and solve real-world engineering problems, from designing structures to developing systems for manufacturing. Whether students aspire to be aerospace engineers, civil engineers, or work in other engineering fields, the Academy provides the foundational skills necessary for transitioning to college or successful technical careers. The Hospitality and Culinary Arts Academy offers students a well-rounded education in both the culinary arts and hospitality industries. The program combines academic learning with hands-on technical skills covering key areas such as food safety, menu planning, cooking techniques, nutrition, restaurant management, event planning, and customer service. In their second year, students earn the nationally recognized ServSafe certification. Third-year students earn dual enrollment credit through Jefferson State Community College Culinary Program, further enhancing their skills and preparing them for a successful transition to further studies or a career in the industry. The Electrical Construction Academy prepares students for careers in the electrical trade by teaching both residential and commercial electrical skills. Students learn essential skills such as hand and power tools, wiring, circuit installation, electrical troubleshooting, blueprint reading, and bending conduit for electrical systems. The program combines classroom instruction with hands-on electrical lab work, and all courses lead to NCCER national certifications in the electrical trade. Upon graduation, students will be eligible for employment with local electrical contractors. The Academy of Craft Training is a partnership between the Birmingham construction industry and Alabama's K-12 education system, aiming to recruit and train high school students for careers in construction trades. Available to juniors and seniors, courses cover commercial construction, electrical HVAC systems, industrial metal fabrication, and interior-exterior finishes. HTHS students are transported to the training facility in Birmingham 5 days a week after their morning classes. Upon successful completion of the program, students are interviewed by major Birmingham area contractors and are offered full-time positions with full benefits after graduation. As you can see, the HTHS Career Academies are dedicated to equipping students to succeed in their chosen careers. We are thankful to our dedicated educators, our industry partners, and our school district leaders for their ongoing support in making these opportunities possible.
So we've been highlighting several of our programs here across the school system, and so we wanted to make sure this month we highlighted our CTE programs and our different academies. Ms. Young, do you have any other information that you'd like to share, and then open it up for board members to see if there are any questions that you may have?
No, we really do just thank you for your support. I have one graphic. Career Tech also supports our cooperative education program. And as you can see, we have 147 students in that program. And they work at 106 employers, mostly right here in Trussville and in our area. Already this year, they've worked almost 30,000 hours and earned about $363,000 just in one semester. So that's the new term for that is work-based learning, and those students are learning while they work and learning while they earn. And in addition to the programs we have at the high school, we also have 3 teachers at our middle school who also teach some STEM classes that are associated with Career Tech. So we have 231 students at the middle school who also take some Career Tech STEM program courses. Overall, when you add all the students together from all of the academies that were just described, there are 1,298 students. Some of those are probably in more than one program. So I think we could easily say that 60 to 70% of our high school students are involved in one of these career programs. So, and as always, we just thank you for your support on behalf of Mr. King and all of our students in supporting those great programs.
Thank you.
I'll just personally say I've got 2 that are at the high school. One does co-op, and then the other one is both, he's in electrical and a culinary. And so we're two ends of the spectrum. So I love it that he comes home and makes eggs and things like that. And his daddy loves it that he can come home and fix the lights. So we're very excited about it. We're very excited about our experience. But no, seriously, I mean, I will say my middle child has never enjoyed school until he got to the high school and found the electrical academy.
We have some great teachers. It's all about the teachers in these programs.
It just changed his whole opinion of school in general. And so it's been really good for us.
I'm curious, can they just pick out an academy, or is there career testing to see kind of where their interests fall, or how does that work? Because there cannot be room for everybody,
right? Yeah. So this year we did start with an assessment through a company called UScience, and the students are actually tested for their aptitudes as well as their interests. And we are using that information this year to guide the students into a program that fits their aptitudes and interests. So yeah, we are.
Okay. And do we track students after they leave to see which ones follow through on
That's harder to do. It's,
sure.
But we do hear back from a lot of our students, and our teachers are really great at keeping up with students who've at least been in their program 2 or 3 years. So, I mean, obviously, these programs have been growing in our system since about 2007. Sandra and I were talking about that. We really started the academy programs about 2007. And so as you can imagine, I mean, we have some students out there who are doing some amazing things. We've doctors, nurses, engineers, architects that are doing some amazing things out all over the country, working for all types of industries. So yeah, we've had great success, I would say.
Well, we had our house remodeled and, you know, if I tell the story where this young guy comes in the house, you know, they're supposed to do electrical. And just looking at him, he's like so young. And I said, did you go to Hewitt? And he said, yes. I said, were you in the electrical academy? And he said, yes, I didn't have any more concerns.
Good.
He was there and he was so great. I mean, I don't know what he did behind the wires. But everything worked.
It worked.
So he had supervisors, but he went to, you know, Hewitt, is it Mr. Logan?
Yes, it is, yeah. Mhm.
I thought that's who it was. Anyway, he was really good, but I thought, I wonder if he went to the electrical academy.
Yeah.
So he did.
Do any of our former students ever come back and talk with any of these?
They
students?
do. They do from time to time, as we can get them in, and that's very inspirational to the teachers and to the students that we have. So we do try to do that when we can.
And are we keeping up? I'm sure we are keeping up with the technology advances and going on in these different industries and different careers. And that's what's interesting to me, is how we're preparing our students to do this. But we still have the hands-on, which is extremely important.
Right.
Is craft the only one that's taught off campus?
It is.
Everything else is taught on campus?
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank you, Michelle.
Awesome.
Right, we have one more administrative report for the Board of Education this evening, and that is Dr. Poovey and her team. At the State of the Schools, I was proud to share that of the 140 school systems across the state of Alabama, there were only 11 that received an A on their system report card and all of their school report cards. So we wanted to do just a little bit deeper dive in terms of what makes that up. What is it that we're doing well with? And so Dr. Poovey and her team are going to share that this evening.
Yes, and thank you. We are very proud of the report card, and we always want to strive to do better, but we're excited to have the A and the scores of each school. So we just want to talk just a moment about that. And if you'll go to our next slide. The purpose of the report card is not just so the state has something to put out, but to look at the components of academic achievement and how that achievement reflects our growth, chronic absenteeism, which affects all of us and whether our students are in school and learning, how we are using our academies for college and career readiness, as well as graduation requirements, and the progress of our English language learners. We know that people that move into our community look at our report card. We know that people around our community are looking at our report card. So we know that it's important, and we all want to be improving. So we're going to look at that tonight. So this next slide just shows you the different components. The elementary through middle school has different requirements than those with schools with grade 12 or that we look at in the district and state. So I'm going to address the district and state level, and Ms. McGue and Dr. Hamilton are going to look at the elementary and middle school for us. So this is the next slide is our report card. So we can see that we did well in academic growth with 100%, our graduation rate last year at 97.07, and we know we're improving on that, as well as our CCR component that's gone up over the last 3 years. I believe it was 86 previously, and we've worked really hard. I think you were at 98.6 last year, so we're consistently improving there. We are continuing to work with our English language learner progress, and we're going to talk about how we're improving that. So our academic achievement is at 89.96, and we're talking about how we can look at that, but we also look at the individual indicators there, different populations of students with needs and disabilities, economically disadvantaged, a variety of populations that we look at so we can specifically target how to help those students most effectively. So in looking at what we needed to improve and looking at the report card, how we did that was to really identify and implement these target areas. Our goal is to boost achievement, boost chronic absenteeism, lower that rate. So we focused on academic achievement, equity, and access for all students, and making some data-driven decisions by working with the State Department and with our teachers and our administration.
Yes, and this is just where you can go and see how each school, even not in our district, how they did on the report card. And so we wanted to include that in there as well. But I'm just thrilled to showcase our school, our elementary school's report card this year. If you look on the left-hand side, that is the current 2024, and on the right-hand side is 23. And you can see that this is Cahaba. They grew from 97 to a 98. And what contributed to that, I believe, is the academic achievement. You can see that, but look at the chronic absenteeism. Way to go, Ms. Tyner, because that is hard to do, especially in the elementary schools, because it's not really the young child that's coming to, it's the parent's responsibility to get them to school. So that's kudos there. And then we have Magnolia. They remained the same in 24 and in 23. They had a slight decline in academic achievement, but we have already talked about how we are going to address that. Way to go on that chronic absenteeism as well, because it really declined there. And we know that we can't teach them if they're not at school. Last but not least, we want to showcase Payne with a 98. You can see in they were at 97 and 23. The academic achievement, we talked about that a lot, Dr. Losfight and I, and we contribute that to a math pilot that they did last year. And you can really see the growth there. And so this year we have expanded that to all of our elementary schools, and we're very hopeful that that will make a difference. And you know, it is very hard to increase or decrease the chronic absenteeism. And so with that large school, you did a great job of that. And so I just want to say what an honor it is to work alongside you, and I look forward to continuing the great work that we're doing.
Okay, so taking a look at our secondary schools first, Trussville High School. Okay, so as Kelly said, we have our 2024 overall score on the left-hand side and also in green, and 2023 here, on the left, and then on the right, our 2023. If we take a look at our academic achievement for our high school, we did have a slight decline. However, again, we've taken measures to dive deeper into that data and figure out where we need to move forward. But we sustained our 100% academic growth. We increased our graduation rate from 96.8% to 97.1%. So we're so thrilled and so excited about that. We've held our chronic absenteeism at 9%. However, moving forward, we're looking at addressing that in our ASIP. And then we have increased our college and career readiness, again, through our career programs, our CTE programs at the high school, from 85.5% to 93%. So kudos to Mr. King and his team at the high school. Okay, and let's take a look at our middle school. Okay, again, we held at 93 for both, and I want to say that it is, there's something to be said that both our middle school and our high school are both not only A's, but we're both holding at 93. I think that, transitioning from middle school to high school can be a big challenge, but we're both holding at 93. So I think, again, there's something to be said about that. So for our middle school, we saw an increase in our academic achievement from 84.7% to 86%, again, holding strong at 100% for academic growth. And then again, I know that Mr. Mees has made a huge push in his ASIP as well to mitigate our chronic absenteeism. And so he saw a reduction in the year 2024 to 7.12%.
We wanted to share with you some of the things that we know we've been working with. We have outstanding administrators, we have outstanding teachers, but we also have outstanding people working with us around the system. So one of the things that both of these ladies mentioned, that every school improved on lowering our absenteeism. And that is a credit to our attendance workers, to Ms. Kathy Bergen and Ms. Beth Cardwell, who are constantly working to make sure we're contacting students and staying ahead of that. That was a huge piece in making sure our report card improves. But we also met with teachers. We did a professional development survey. What did they need? And we hadn't done that in a couple of years, and we needed to pursue that and see what their needs were. We had added a math coach, which has been tremendous. I think every elementary principal has cheered on Ms. Wireman and the work she's done with our teachers, so we look forward to that improvement, as well as our reading coaches. And this year we asked each school to write a continuous improvement plan of their own, and we're having the State Department MTSS, as well as our team, work together with them on reviewing those February 12th and knowing that everybody knows our plan and how to move forward. So we also have moved to an AMSTI partnership and are becoming an AMSTI system and getting training for all these teachers. We have constant data meetings both on, well, in all of the areas that we showed you before. We're talking with our special education teachers, regular education, English learner teachers, so that we can touch all those areas, as well as problem-solving teams to ensure that we meet students' needs before they have a consistent problem. So I'm very proud of the work we're doing. We've had extensive English language learner supports from the State Department and training through Elevation, and really proud of that work that we're doing. So we're moving forward. We're hoping to see even higher scores on next year's report card, but we're very proud of the work we're doing, and we appreciate all the support you've given and that of our teachers and all the people around our district. So thank you. Are there any questions?
Real quick on the absenteeism, that's impressive. What are some things that we did y'all do to increase that, just in general?
I can speak to the middle school. One thing that Mr. Means, he was very intentional, for this school year. When he dove into his data, he saw that most of the absences were right before breaks. So he started scheduling activities and different, fun things at school right before breaks to try to help mitigate those absences before breaks.
Joy, what were some things you guys did?
We did a lot of personal contacts, a lot. A lot of people just don't understand how important that is in the report card.
It is. And when you look at 18 absences in a year as chronic, 18 is a lot of school to miss. You're missing almost a month. So I know that each one of these principals has made some really personal contacts. We've had children in crisis, and we've found ways to work with them in and out of school. I just can't brag on them enough in what they've done. Just to give you a number, when we looked at students with 2 or less absences from the first day of school through December 6th, I believe, of this year, we had over 1,300 that had met that perfect attendance goal. So we're trying to celebrate them more as a district and within the schools.
And too, thinking about Magnolia is a family. And so Dr. Faust is constantly talking to her students every single morning on the intercom saying, okay, I've missed you, make sure you're here at school. And so they know how important they are to them and to the teachers and to Dr. Faust.
Thank you. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you
I'd
very
just
much.
like to say I was really impressed with Dr. Lostfight's school paying to have that many students to be at 5%.
It's amazing.
Do a good job.
Now, that says that kids want to come to school.
Yes,
And we're
it
thankful
makes
for
it
that.
fun.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
You can share, see what you said about that earlier. Okay. Our pilot last year was on student engagement and math, like really hooking them at the beginning of lessons. And honestly, what I saw, it's impacting attendance too, because they don't want to miss these lessons. So I think we're going to see a long-term effect, not just on achievement, but on attendance as well.
Great, great. All right. No one has signed up to participate from the public, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn. All right. Thank you all. Have a good evening.